Okay, right, so I woke up this morning just after 6 o'clock to take the wife to work. Took her to work, came back, and it was still pitch black. So I decided to just go back to bed again. And then I woke up to the noise of a tin can being blown down the street. And I thought, right, okay, so it's not going to be drone flying weather then. So yeah, I didn't bother going to Webb's Wood. Like I said it was yesterday, I did a bit of a live stream yesterday. I've since taken it down. It was kind of a knee-jerk reaction to just being really fed up, you know, with what's been going on over the past several months. It's just going to keep rumbling on now. So yeah, I took it down. I basically, you know, I vented my spleen, and I felt a lot better for it, to be honest. Well, solid that is, pretty much. Yeah. It's a nice sound, isn't it? The sound of breaking ice. Anyway, we're going off piste here and going to a place where I'm not supposed to go. It's private land now. I've gone away from Stanton and now in a bit of an opening in a farmer's field. So what I'll do, I'll walk down that avenue of trees into another field and then make my way up Kingsdown Lane and just do a big circular walk. Oh, some deer over there. Oh, I haven't seen them for a while. Not too interested. Oh, they stood still now. If I had my drone, I could go and inspect them, but I haven't got them. But it's good to see them because we don't see them that often over here, and we do kind of encroach on their land an awful lot. What's that then? What's that? What's that then? Anyway, carry on with our walk. Okay, I think that big herd of deer came through this gap here. Just see if I can see any hoof prints. I think the ground's a bit too hard for them. I would imagine they probably came through here and then scampered down this way, I guess, and then perhaps over that way somewhere. I don't know where they've gone. Okay. Yep. Okay, right, so we've come across the fields to my left hand side. We're now on Kingsdown Lane, as you can see, and we're just about to go past the cemetery on the right hand side and go around the corner where it meets back up with Stanton Woods. And we'll just walk along the woods back to the car there. I've got about another 15 minutes walk ahead of me. No sign of the herd of deer. Just looking in the field to see if I can see any over there as well. Okay. No. I think they're over the hills and far away probably by now. One thing which has annoyed me, okay, ooh, there's a woodpecker somewhere. One thing which has annoyed me a little bit is that they make these rules and regulations without consulting us, and we just have to go by them. And one of the latest rules and regs was that we are now going to license you for 3 years rather than 1 year. I mean, it was great when it was 1 year. You know, every year you go in and you would renew your license. That was fine because I could remember when to do that. It's like when you go to renew your car insurance or your whatever else, you know, house insurance. You pretty much remember the date in your mind. Every 3 years is a bit more difficult, and they changed the rule some years ago now. About 3 or 4 years ago they changed that. But they change it and they just don't bother asking the opinion of the people who are affected by it. You know, the drivers, the taxi drivers. But they've just gone and done it. And unfortunately I've fallen foul of this rule. I just simply forgot to renew it. Years just seemed to just go by and I didn't really give it a thought. It wasn't until they called me up after me trying to license my car as a taxi. They obviously checked and they said, did you realise that your badge is out of date? I said, oh, no, I didn't realise that. Then I looked at it, I thought, oh my gosh, and it's several months out of date. I better get on to do it straight away, which I did. There's no kind of a fail-safe mechanism within their structure that say when a driver's badge, you know, runs over, becomes out of date. There should be some kind of a fail-safe system there, you know, an automatic email sent out or something, because they got my email address saying like, Andy, your badges become out of date, you need to stop driving as of tonight, midnight or something. But no, they just let me carry on driving. Yeah, I understand it's my responsibility, you know, to keep everything up to date. I get that. But do they not take some responsibility as well as the licensing authority? I mean, what do I pay my money for? You know, they said they sent me a reminder email back in April for August, and I've been through all my boxes of spam, deleted my primary mail and whatever else, and I can't find it for the life of me. I've got my interview on the 30th of this month. If I go in all guns blazing, angry Andy, I don't think that's going to get me anywhere. That'll probably end me up in court, I think. So I've just got to be cool, calm, collected, be cooperative. At the moment I'm collaborating all the evidence I can get via emails, putting them in chronological order, making a bit of a case. You know, I think what will be, and I think the best thing I can do is just be truthful and then just let the gods, you know, guide it, or just take it where it needs to go to, pretty much. But I do feel over the past year or so, probably from late 22, that someone's been telling me that, you know, hey look, you're 57, 58 years of age. Be 59 this year. Gosh, where did those years go? Someone's been telling me that it's probably time to get out of the game and go and do something different. Okay, fine, right, yeah. What's that going to be then? You know, a 58, 59-year-old guy with not a lot of experience about many things whatsoever apart from life. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I've been looking around for various jobs for the past few weeks. Since coming to the understanding what may and what will probably happen is that I'm going to lose my license and therefore lose my business. So I've been busy going around different places, such as car parts delivery companies in Swindon. Have you got any jobs, and do you need any van drivers? And nothing's really come of that. Squirrel. Too slow. Yeah, anyway, yeah, nothing's really come of that. I did go for a a night porter's job at a hotel not too far from where I live. I saw that on Indeed. The wife's not too keen, and I sent in my details for that one, but it seems like I haven't got the experience to do that, although I have got relative experience, let's say, in that kind of industry. So it's something which I could do, but I did send another email off to them saying that, look, I have got this experience, so I'm hoping to maybe get that, but I don't know really. I need a kind of a night job in a way to look after these dogs in the daytime, because the wife sometimes works 12-hour shifts like she is today, and if she's working and I'm working, then there's nobody to look after the dogs. They'll be locked up for pretty much 8 or 9 hours per day, and that's just not fair on the dogs then. So I need either a job working from home, or a job where I can take my dogs with me, or some kind of a night working job. So my options are pretty cut down, if I was to be honest. So no, I don't know. Well, the future isn't looking that great at the moment, I'm afraid, because I was thinking that the taxi driving job was a job which I was going to do, you know, well into me late 60s and even early 70s, but I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. There we go. Right, just leaving Stanton car park at the moment. Dogs are a lot quieter, thankfully. I was just put my dogs in the car just now, and I met an old friend of mine I used to work with at Sainsbury's, just talking to him about my predicament. And he was saying to me, why don't you go on and drive for Royal Mail, do 7.5 ton driving. I thought, oh, there's an idea, because on my driving license I got something called grandfather rights, which means that I can drive vehicles which older people, let's say, who passed their test years ago, can actually drive. So I'm going to go on royalmail.com and see what they've got, and see if they've got any driving jobs at night, let's say, and I can perhaps just have a look and apply and see what goes. Anyway, so if you're watching, Richard, probably not. Thanks for the update. Appreciate that. That might well be a lifesaver. Right. Something completely different now. Car insurance. So I paid £1,300, nearly £1,400, several months ago for insuring this car as a taxi, because I had to get all my credentials in place to send to the council, otherwise I couldn't get it licensed. Unfortunately, I still can't get it licensed because I haven't got a taxi driver's badge. Anyway, so then I had to go back to the insurance company and say to them, this is what's happening, and then they said, right, you'll get absolutely clobbered with fees. So they said, best thing to do is if we kind of downgrade you to ordinary ordinary car insurance, which I could have got for probably less than half the price I paid for my taxi insurance. But I did say to them, you know, if I were to cancel my policy, what would I get back? And they said just over £600. I thought, well, I might as well just keep it going then. So yeah, these insurance companies, they really have got you over a barrel, haven't they? And the other thing which I've noticed is that now they're asking you the question, have you been involved in an accident, whether it's your fault or somebody else's fault, which will affect your no claims bonus, probably, if it's not protected, and your premium will go up even if you're involved in an accident. It may not be your fault. I could just be sat here at a set of traffic lights and a car comes into the back of me, bang, and still it's not my fault, but I'm going to get penalised for that. It just seems to be unfair, and that's something which I've noticed has crept in over the past maybe 5 or 6 years, perhaps longer than that. I can't remember, but you know, it was like, you know, have you been involved in an accident which wasn't your fault? That was the old kind of spiel they used to give you. But now, have you been in an accident regardless of fault? So you'll get clobbered. If it's even not your fault, your premiums will go up. Just a little way, you know, these insurance companies are kind of turning the screw. It seems a bit unfair, really. It's all kind of rigged against us, isn't it? Once again, the poor public guy gets clobbered.